Here we go, UFC Fight Night, Dolidze, Hernandez. And listen, we're going right into the fight card, but we'll give you the bets just like we did last week. We said Chris Duncan plus 185. Week before that, we opened up this whole, channel just telling everyone about Tabitha Ritchie at plus 154. We got the main card on that, like we did the main card on Max Holloway. And then we had Steve Garcia before that. I mean, we've just been on the up and up. You could follow us at ProSchmoBets.com or check out the Instagram grid. Follow us on Instagram. Check the story outs there, right? Gabriella Fernandez, Julius Stoleenko. Man, if Stoleenko were not gun shy, I'd like to see her win here by submission, believe it or not, against Gabriella Fernandez. Yes, I know she's got grappling herself, like Dion Barboza, and a lot of these flyweights. But Gabriella Fernandez is more known for that pressure forward striking, good kickboxing, and I think that JoJo is just going to have a very difficult time getting off. And she could potentially get finished, especially if she turns her back, on Gabriella Fernandez there. One thing that I do like, despite Gabriella being terrible in the grappling, she doesn't mind, finding a way to get up and then clinch you if things aren't going well. But also, man, just throwing these overhands through and through the third round. I think Julius Stoleenko is a good fighter. Just, you really can't just... it's like Claudio Puez, right? He's fighting next week. You can't rely only on grappling. That's why they're matchmaking him with a grappler next week, right? Because these grapplers are coming into the UFC like Gracie, and you gotta showcase some striking, man. You gotta put in the work. And let's see. So next fight, we're going on to Ursk, Gilbert Urbina. We got Gilbert Urbina on the money line. Yes, big plus money here. I like Ursk with the striking, but he is moving up a weight class. Gilbert is moving down a weight class. His frame fits very well for the welterweight division. He's relentless on his feet, as you've seen, fighting against Brian Battle. He did a phenomenal job, but it was 10 days short notice. He grapples. Let's say Gilbert Urbina is the Anthony Hernandez of his weight class, right? That's really what this comes down to. Ursk will, not be able to edge out in the grappling whatsoever. So it's round one or bust for that man. That's all I could say. All right, and I'm comfortable with that. Joselyn Edwards, great boxer. She's technical. We know how that works against Priscilla Cachoeira, but it's the body lock takedown. It's the trip. It's the top control that Joselyn Edwards could potentially, utilize here, employ in the third round to just win a close decision over Priscilla Cachoeira. And I say close because Joselyn Edwards has not done well improving that cardio whatsoever. To make up for it, she's clinching, she's wrestling more, and she's just boxing as best she can. But I don't see that cardio improving whatsoever, so I don't think she'll be competitive in the weight class. Elijah Smith. I really like Toshiomo Kazama's chances here. Elijah Smith is very smart, but it looks like he's been catered. He padded his record to help develop him in the grappling and his kickboxing, in his wrestling, and I think this is one of those situations here where they want to provide him, his father, his management team, the UFC, with an opportunity to let's show some power here. Let's show some speed. Let's show more than just this slow get-up game, getting off on your opponents. Yes, you catch them at the end of your shots, but again, very predictable sequences, so on and so forth. Toshi is explosive, okay? So despite being chinny, he makes up for that power, that speed. He can grapple as well, so it'll be a great fight. I do think that he is undersized, though. But I like his chances here, Toshioma. Obviously, we got to take Elijah Smith on the money line, but a puncher's chance he's got. You would take him by knockout. Get that plus 1,000, plus 1,200, whatever the odds are on that prop. That's how you bet that fight. Julius Walker, wow, man, this guy's more chiseled than you could believe. More chiseled than a statue, a Da Vinci work of art here, this guy Julius Walker. And you know what he's going to do. He's going to play the fence game, pressure forward, grapple if he has to. Raphael Ceria is a one-hitter quitter kind of guy. The problem here and why he doesn't have the edge, despite, working Julius through a round or two, I do believe it'll go over 2.5 rounds, is the short arm reach. All right, Raphael Ceria has a very short arm reach. All right, he ain't have no 75 centimeters, brother. He's at like 72, and Julius is at 76. Okay, you heard it here first. All right, let's go. What else we got going on over here? We have Eric Anders, Christian Leroy Duncan, the man that has absolutely vulnerable grappling, right? A vulnerable ground game. I don't know what he's going to do scrambling with Eric Anders. I was going to provide you with a stat, and I failed to do so. But we can make up for it working here together. You can contribute on this stat here. We need to know if Eric Anders was able to take down Jung Sung Park. I think that's his name. Jung Young Park, the Iron Turtle. I want to know what the ratio was there. If he was able to take him down, Eric Anders is live. I'm telling you right now. If he took him down 1 time in 3 rounds, 2 times in 3 rounds, I give the edge to Christian Leroy Duncan. But if he took down the Iron Turtle 2 or more times with control time, reasonable control time, Eric Anders might be a live dog. I get it, despite the 38 years of age. I get it. All right, but if not, then hey, it's Christian Leroy Duncan on the money line because he's entering his prime. I'll tell you that much. We got Miles John, Matsumoto. You know how it is, man. Miles got all the volume. Yeah, where's the power though, right? It's the footwork. It's his head off the center line that's going to help him here with G Matsumoto. I believe it'll be a close fight. I like this here for a spread, plus 3.5 at plus 140 odds against G Matsumoto with a potential win over Gene Matsumoto. All right, Rob Font was able to get off on Gene because Rob Font does not have a offensive wrestling game, whereas Miles Johns does. So I like that here for a young Gene Matsumoto. And yeah, man, I got Miles Johns on the money line here on the spread, plus 3.5, plus 140. All right, we got Christian Rodriguez. He's coming into his prime now. I don't like that he's a featherweight. I repeat, I do not like that he's a featherweight. He's probably watching this video. He's going to be disappointed I'm saying these things, but that's the most I'll share with everyone. Andre Fili. There's a lot we could talk about with him and his kicks, his striking, boxing. Good for him, but he fought Nathaniel Wood in the boxing and the scrambling, in the grappling, and I don't see how Christian Rodriguez can't get off on Andre, especially in a small octagon. If this were a pay-per-view 30-footer, I would have given the edge to Andre Fili, but it's Christian Rodriguez on the money line. And I know he's a big, big favorite, so that's pretty exciting to see. By big favorite, I'm not saying odds, right? So the odds could be minus 225. I'm referring to not just wide odds as a strong favorite in odds, but also the handle and betting percent of parlays. Everyone's betting Christian Rodriguez, and it's okay. Yasmine Lucindo, man, Angela has a good following, man, a good followership. A lot of people are betting on her, which is crazy. They'll bet the spread at plus 3.5, but I believe Yasmine Lucindo is getting a unanimous decision, or she'll get the victory. Whether it's split or unanimous, she'll get the victory. Remember, Yasmine Lucindo can trip, sweep, and she has a body lock trip take down. That is powerful, all right? Especially in a fight like this with a 40-year-old. All right, I love Angela. She's great, but we got to stick to the science of MMA, not fandomship. Fandomship don't pay anything out. I don't like Steve Garcia in this Steve Ursk in this fight for bantamweight. No good. I don't like him as a bantamweight, but I do believe he will defeat Ode Osborne. Okay. You would think that Ode's going to perform better as a bantamweight. He will. First round is very strong, but remember, Steve Ursk has got good footwork. He's a great boxer, so he'll get through that round, and then in the second or third, that's when you'll see Steve work and Ode just gas out. That's just how it's going to go because of the added weight. Ode Osborne, great stint in the UFC. He was a math teacher before this. Steve Ursk is a lifer in MMA, but again, he fought Cody Haddon. At bantamweight, I do not like Steve Ursk as a bantamweight. I think he's gonna maybe get a 1 or 2, 3 fight win streak and go straight for a big bantamweight fight, maybe with Marlon Chito Vera, someone of that caliber, right? Jonathan Martinez, and then it's maybe game over at that point. Adrian Yanez, maybe next year, early winter, late winter. Early spring, that would be a great fight, and that's how I see it playing out. With Steve Ursk losing that fight. Roman Dolidze, Anthony Hernandez. Listen, Roman Dolidze is game. He's a great grappler. Anthony Hernandez has nothing to lose if he loses this fight except his win streak, right? So you have to think about the matchmaking. Do we need Khamzat to have a title defense here? Whereas Nasruddin Imavov would be a great title defense for Khamzat when he defeats Strickus, or you got guys like Anthony Hernandez that played well into Khamzat's game. Roman Dolidze, man, he's 37, nearing 38. He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman first. I'm telling you that now, and a grappler, as his base. Anthony Hernandez is the best of everything on the ground, man. And I just think that, despite this fight being very close, Anthony's obviously going to edge it out because of the cardio. And that's how you ride a number. I hate that it's minus 340, minus 400, but it is what it is. This is what you're getting. What a statement, though. Imagine Anthony Hernandez submits Roman in the 4th or 5th. Holy cow. At that point, the middleweight division is on notice, and now you have a story building up with Khamzat. That's crazy. All right, folks. Hey, listen, you heard it here first. If you want a technical analysis, assessment, numbers, stats, you want metrics, all you got to do is reach out. ProSchmoBets.com. You heard it here first.